Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hello to all my friends, my homies out there. I see you. Today we're gonna be doing a little drugstore-ish tutorial. Also, let me know what you think about like my lighting. I played with my camera settings and I feel like I'm more true to like color and my lighting's a little better. So I don't know. Let me know what you think about it. I think we're in a good spot. My camera says we are, so we're just gonna try it today and see how it goes. But today we're gonna be doing a little drugstore tutorial. I recently got a couple new things from the drugstore. I already have my eyes and my brows done, so this is mostly gonna be complexion stuff. I wanna try out the new Maybelline Dream Urban Cover. This is the foundation right here. And this is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. So I want to give those two a go today. I have tested them a little bit, but I want to do like a full day kind of wear test for you guys on these and let you know my thoughts. I also do have a new setting spray here. Thank you to Influencer for sending me some new products from Maybelline. I'm really excited to try them. Shout out to them. If you guys don't have Influencer, I'll link it down below. You can like review products. They'll send you products. It's a really awesome app. So definitely check out Influencer. It's a good way for brands to get reviews on their products and honest opinions in exchange for free products. So I really love them. I'll link them down below. This video is not sponsored, obviously. This is the Maybelline Lasting Fix Makeup Setting Spray and up to 16-hour wear and a matte finish. So we'll see how this does. They also sent me a liner, but we'll talk about that in a second. I did try the liner. I don't like it, so I'm not gonna be using it. I already primed. First of all, let me get that out of the way. I already primed. So I primed with my Tatcha Silk Canvas and my Milk Hydro Grip, my usual two primers. I like the Tatcha because it's smoothing. I like the Milk because it's a little bit sticky. So I feel like it sticks down the foundation and it's also very hydrating. So I like that about those. This guy, a little bit about it. It's full coverage. It's protective, so it has sunscreen in it. This has SPF 50 in it, and it is also antioxidant enriched. It has pollution protection. So kind of cool. That's just a little bit about it. That's the foundations, the Dream Urban Cover from Maybelline. SPF 50 is a lot of SPF. I have a feeling since it has such a high amount of SPF, this is gonna have flashback, but we'll see. I have the shade 110 Porcelain. I'm gonna just put a little bit, by the way, I purposely didn't self-tan for this video because this foundation is so light. So that's how much I'm dedicated. So I'm gonna take my Morphe M439 and just go on in. I feel like this is gonna be best with a brush. It does have pretty decent coverage. Like I said, I've worn this a couple of times. Because it has so much SPF, I feel like it doesn't play that well with powders. I don't know why that is. I honestly, if anybody knows, comment down below and let me know like why that is. Because I find that like a lot of my BB creams and stuff like that, when I actually wear them, like they don't play that well with a lot of powder. And I'm the type of person who wears a lot of powder because I do get really oily throughout the day. So I'm just curious to know why products with SPF typically don't play that well with powders. But that's just something that I have found in my research. I do build up the coverage with it. Like I'll kind of start lighter and build it up to where I want it. I wouldn't say that it's completely full coverage. I mean, I get pretty good coverage, but you can still kind of see some stuff down here coming through. And then on this side, obviously, we have nothing. So I'm just gonna put a little more on my forehead, do a little like sprinkle here. But this has been the best way that I've found to apply it. I feel like with a sponge, the sponge just kind of picks it up. I will, however, go back over with a sponge on my nose and places like that because I feel like I can never get a smooth finish with a brush on my nose just because I do have so much texture on my nose usually. I have a lot of big pores. I have dry skin on my nose, which is crazy because I have the oiliest freaking nose. To be honest with you guys, it's thick, but it's kind of dry. I'm just gonna take a little bit just on my nose and in my little pore areas, just like literally the tiniest bit, just where I want to smooth it. There we go. But see how it can pick up on the coverage, so you have to be careful with this foundation. But I feel like I can't get a fully smooth finish without the sponge. So I do like going over it with a sponge a little bit. So this is where we're sitting at. Let me zoom in a little bit. This is where we're sitting at with the foundation. It does kind of like sit on top of the skin a bit. It's not full coverage on my skin, I will say that. It kind of sits like in the sides of my nose, which I'm not a fan of. Like I can go in there and kind of fix it a little, but like I really do feel like it just sits on top of the skin, which is not my favorite. Let me go in with this concealer. I have really enjoyed this concealer. Let me tell you, I've used it for the past 2 days, and I really liked it. It's very thick. So this is the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer. It's very thick, and this was only $5. So I will tell you too, a little bit goes a long way. So this is probably too much, but I don't care. And I'm gonna go in with that Morphe sponge. I actually start on the outside first. I leave my under eyes for last because I feel that if the concealer has a minute to set down, then you'll get a little bit better coverage out of it. And I picked out the shade Fair Warm because A, it's the lightest shade, and B, I like a really bright concealer. So that's what I ended up going with. I will say their shade range is kind of trash. At least at my Target, it was trash. I did not see any darker shades. I actually tried to pick up a shade that I could contour with too, but I couldn't find one because they didn't go dark enough at my Target. So I was really disappointed in that. That's something they can work on, hopefully. It's not something that is really acceptable anymore. I have a shitty shade range. And I'm not ragging on e.l.f. It's not just them, it's a lot of brands that don't have the world's best shade range. It's something across the board that needs to be fixed. And then I always like go over the edges with my foundation brush just to like kind of blend it. Okay, so I may have left this on too long. This is one that you might want to blend a little faster. It is blending out though, I will tell you that. It's blending out. It took a little bit of work since I left it there, so maybe don't do that. Don't be like me. And I will say this one does not crease. It dries down, but it's thick, so you get good coverage from it. Like my under eyes are looking alive. Look at this. Looking good. Now that we have this going on, I'm gonna set it with some powder. So, like I said, this foundation does not play very well with powder. For some reason, it does not like powder. So I'm gonna just quickly take my sponge again and make sure we have no creases. We really don't. But I'm gonna dip into my Jeffree Star Rose powder and set my under eyes with it. And this is where I feel like I really get that smooth finish when I do my complexion, is when I set my under eyes with powder. And I actually go over my nose too, because my nose is really textured and any smoothing I can get, I'll take it. But yeah, the concealer and the powder play really well together. Set my chin and my smile lines I always set. For the rest of my face, I just take whatever is left in the cap and I just kind of like dust. So now that we're all set, let me finish up my face and then I'll show you guys what everything is looking like. Okay, so I am pretty much finished with my face. I added some Morphe Icon Glamour Bronze as my bronzer. I did some Milani Luminoso blush. And I'm about to put on some highlighter, but first, I want to try out this long-lasting setting spray from Maybelline. This one right here. I'm going to give her a good shake. This is supposed to have a matte finish, so we'll see. Okay. Honestly, the mister is not bad for a spray nozzle. It feels pretty good. Let me see. I don't feel like I have any splotches on my face, so that's good. Maybe a couple, just right here. The mist is not bad, I will say. It could be worse. It could be a lot worse. So I'm gonna throw on some highlighter now that my skin is a little bit damp. This is just the Anastasia Amrezy highlight. It's my all-time favorite. Let me throw on a lip, and then we're gonna talk about that liner. So I threw on my lip. This is the Morphe Vibes liner with Virgin in the middle, and this is my finished look. So the Maybelline liner, let me show you. So this is the Tattoo Studio liner right here. I tried this out, and ooh. So first of all, it is crunchy AF. Like, it just did not layer on top of itself. This wand, while thin, is like a felt tip, and it's so like flimsy and bendy at the end that it's hard to keep control. So I just wanted to mention that I did not like this. So far, this is what my skin is looking like in the camera, if you guys can see. Now that my makeup's all done, I'm gonna check in with you guys throughout the day, and then I'll come back probably here tonight and give you like a final little like, oh my god, this is what I look like now. So I'll see you guys in a little bit, probably on my iPhone. Okay, so I am on my way to work right now, and this is what the makeup is looking like in natural daylight. As you can see, like I said, it's kind of like sitting on top of my skin, a little creasy around the nose area. But so far, it's matte. I don't know if that's because of the setting spray or what, but it is matte. And this is what we're looking like right now. I went a little overboard on the blush, but my face eats blush, so... Okay, so it's about 2:30. I put this on at like 12:30. That's when I finished up. And this is what we're looking like. A little shiny on the forehead, but not bad. Not bad. Again, just textured. So this foundation is not the tea. And let me tell you why. It's 7:15 right now. Look at my nose. Look how caked. It came off on my chin. I'm oily AF. This is not the tea. I did a flashback picture earlier. Look at these creases by my mouth. Hell no. Concealer though. Concealer still looks good. Concealer's bomb. But this foundation, no, no, no. Okay, so it is the end of the night. I just got home from work. As you can see, very, like, let me zoom in. Very caked up, especially around my nose. Things are looking pretty chunky. Don't mind my lips. My makeup is looking a mess right now. Forehead and everything, I'm looking pretty oily. So I would not say this is a super long wearing foundation. I think it's good if you're like going to the beach or the pool or something and you want to wear something, but you're not going to be like rocking it all day. You don't care if it gets messed up kind of thing. You're not gonna like set it with powder and wear it as a foundation all day. Concealer I think held up really well. As you can see, like it's still there. It's still looking really good. So I 100% am a huge fan of this guy right here, but this guy, not so much. I will wear it again probably for like if I'm just running out to run errands, or like I said, like if I'm gonna be outside and I need some SPF, it's not bad. But other than that, probably a pass for me. I hope you guys liked this video. If you want me to do more like product reviews, stuff like that, let me know. And I am more than happy to do that for you guys. Let me know, comment down below, let me know if there's anything else you want me to try. I can do more full day wear tests if that's your kind of thing. So let me know, and I will see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.